Most awaited vacancy of ECGCPO is out now. Online exam is scheduled on 14th March 2021. So, in the time of less than 2 months, what all you need is right strategy to prepare and right content to prepare. To help you in this, Olive Board brings ECGCPO Cracker course, in which you will get complete coverage of all the subjects, 10 extensive mock discussion sessions, 5 best in the industry exact exam level mock papers, special coverage of current affairs section and descriptive English, and most important, 100 plus concept videos to strong building of your fundamental concepts. Course is starting on 21st of Jan 2021. So don't wait for the last moments. Join it now.
Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Olive Board. I hope you guys are well. We'll let others join and then we'll start. Yes guys, a very warm welcome to all of you. I hope you guys are well. Please let me know in the chat box if you can hear me clearly and then we'll start. Meanwhile, we'll wait for others to join in. Right? Just quickly tell me in the chat box if I am audible clearly, if I am visible clearly. Give me a thumbs up in the chat box, then we'll begin. We are discussing questions and topics for your upcoming IB ACIO exam, and today is the 10th session. We'll be discussing one-word substitution questions today. We'll wait for a few more minutes so that others can join in, and then we'll start. Quickly like the session guys, share it with your friends. Share it with your friends so that others can also join, and then we'll start quickly. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yes guys, so we'll start. Before starting, I would like to quickly take you through the upcoming courses or the ongoing courses. This IB ACIO target batch has already started on 18th of January. So make sure that you enroll as soon as possible. You will be getting 100 plus video lectures, live practice sessions, doubt and strategy clearing sessions, and apart from that, you will have access to test series. So make sure that you enroll as soon as possible. The course has already started on the 18th of January. A very good morning to all of you. I hope you guys are well and welcome to Olive Board. We are solving questions for your upcoming IB ACIO exam, right? So I would just like to quickly highlight that Harshita ma'am is conducting the English LPS session for your IB ACIO exam, and this LPS session will cover your entire syllabus. So make sure that you attend the English LPS session tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Olive Board's YouTube channel, right? So official channel, the channel that you are watching right now. So please let me know in the chat box if we shall start. Quickly give me a thumbs up, acknowledge the fact that you can hear me quickly. I'm still waiting for your response, guys. Please let me know in the chat box that you can hear me clearly and that my voice is audible. Anyway, we'll start then. So the course is called AIM IB 2020, and we are solving the English section. We are taking up the English section in these sessions. I take classes every Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. So make sure that you tune in to Olive Board every Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. because these classes are being conducted regularly from Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. Yes, guys. So the first question for you today is that you have to replace the given set of words, that is this phrase, with one single word that might mean the same as the phrase, right? So this is the concept of one word substitution questions, that you are given a phrase and you have to substitute the phrase with one of the options that is given. So your first question here is incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. So quickly tell me which of the following is the correct answer. I am sure you have come across these words. So try to attempt the question and quickly tell me which of the following is the correct answer. Yes, so many of you are giving me the correct answer. I see a lot of new users, so please subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't already. Meanwhile, rest of you can attempt the question. A very good morning, Swati. If you have joined in right now, we are solving one word substitution questions. Karishma, yes, the correct answer is option B. So I see a few new users. Anmol, yes, you are absolutely right. The correct answer is option B, that is infallible. Right. So the correct answer is option B, but we'll go through the meanings of all these words, that is indefatigable, incorrigible and inveterate, right? Yes, Karthik, the correct answer is option B. You are absolutely right. Infallible is correct. But let us wait so that others can attempt the question and then we'll discuss the meanings of the other words, right? So indefatigable means someone who is incapable of getting tired. So someone who does not get tired means indefatigable, right? Meanwhile, you guys can like the session, share it with your friends, guys. Share it with your friends so that others can also join in. Please share the session as much as possible so that others can also benefit. Incorrigible. Anybody wants to guess the meaning of the word incorrigible? I am sure you have come across the word incorrigible in some of your mock tests. So incorrigible means a person or their behavior. Yes, Sumit, absolutely right. Indefatigable is someone who does not get tired, but incorrigible means a person or behavior which cannot be changed or reformed. So someone who does not change or reform his or her behavior is called incorrigible, right? Absolutely right, Karishma. The correct answer in case of your word incorrigible is someone who cannot be corrected or reformed, someone whose behavior cannot be changed, right? And finally, this brings us to the last word, that is inveterate. So what does the word inveterate mean? It means having a particular habit, activity or interest that is long established. So an activity or habit that is long established and it is unlikely to change, that is referred to as inveterate. If you want me to repeat, I'll repeat. Please let me know in the chat box that you want me to repeat. I'll wait for a few more seconds so that you can reply and then we'll move on to the next question. Meanwhile, you can subscribe to the channel, guys, and unlikely to change means even if you ask that person that yes, you must change your behavior. Okay, I'll repeat the meaning of the word inveterate. Inveterate means having a particular habit or activity. So having a particular habit, activity or interest that is long established and unlikely to change. So someone who has a bad habit of biting his or her nails, so that habit is probably long established. That habit might have been picked up in the childhood, right? So that habit is long established and it is unlikely to change, right? And unlikely to change. So I am sure this meaning is clear now. And now we'll move on to the next question. Great. So the next question gives you the phrase reserved or uncommunicative in speech. A very good morning to all of you. I see a few new users today. So guys, please like the session and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The second question says, reserved or uncommunicative in speech. Try to attempt the question, try to guess the meanings of these words, and then I'm sure you will be able to answer the question correctly. Up till now, only one person has given me the correct answer. I want all of you to attempt and then we'll discuss. Quickly attempt, guys. Yes, so Diksha is right, Rimi is right, and one more person, Life Elysium, is right. So the correct answer is option C, that is taciturn. And we'll discuss the meanings of the other words, but I want all of you to attempt. Yes, Shashank, the correct answer is option C. All of you try to attempt the question. Even if it is incorrect, you will only learn, right? So please attempt the question. So taciturn means reserved or uncommunicative in speech, that is already given in the phrase. Now garrulous means excessively talkative. So excessively talkative means garrulous, and excessively talkative about trivial matters, right? So this here is a peculiar word. It means excessively talkative, especially about trivial matters. A very good morning to all of you. If you guys have joined in right now, we are solving one word substitution questions today. Please solve the question that is in front of you. Verbose means using or expressed in more words than necessary. So using or expressed in more words than necessary. So this you can note down, these words you can note down, their meanings you can note down, or you can simply learn it through the session also. So using more words than necessary. And finally, this brings us to the last word, that is voluble. And voluble means talking fluently, readily, or incessantly. So I've given you the meaning of the word voluble. It means talking fluently. Verbose means using more words than necessary. And garrulous means excessively talkative, especially about trivial matters. So especially about matters that are not so important and you go on talking about those, then you are called garrulous. Verbose means using more words than necessary. And finally, talking fluently means voluble. So the correct answer for this question was option C, guys, that is taciturn. So reserved or uncommunicative in speech means taciturn. Absolutely right, whoever had answered option C. Moving on to the next question now. Next question gives you the phrase examination of dead body. So the examination of dead body is a peculiar phrase and you're given the options autopsy, biopsy, inspection or scrutiny. So out of these options, you have to guess which of the following is the correct answer. Yes, most of you are right. So there's a slight difference between the words autopsy and biopsy, which we will be discussing. But first, I want you to attempt the question. Yes, so many of you are giving me the correct answer. That is option A. So autopsy means examination of a dead body. But biopsy, on the other hand, means examination of a living being, right? So when you're still living and you go for a checkup, that is known as biopsy. So this here means examination of a living being, right? And autopsy means examination of a dead body. And inspection or scrutiny are thorough search or, yes, bio means related to living. So biopsy is examination of a living being. Scrutiny means critical observation, and inspection also means critical examination, right? So I'm sure you knew the meanings of the word inspection and scrutiny, but there was a slight confusion between the words autopsy and biopsy. So I've given you the meanings of both the words, and the correct answer in this case is option A, which most of you gave me. Meghna was right. Meghna, Sumit, CS Chauhan. Yes, the correct answer is option A. Shashank, Rishabh. Yes, the correct answer is option A. Archana, Karishma. Absolutely right, guys. Rimi, Aman. Yes. Dharmendra. So if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and like the session and share it with your friends, right? And make sure that you tune in every Monday and Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. The next phrase in front of you is a speech or a piece of writing that praises someone or something highly, especially a tribute to someone who has just died. So, a speech or a piece of writing that praises someone or something very highly, especially as a tribute to someone who has just died. What is that called? So if you read the newspaper, I'm sure you will be able to answer this question, because the newspapers have a separate section of such speeches and pieces of writings. So if you guys have joined in right now, we are solving one word substitution questions. A very warm welcome to Olive Board. We are solving one word substitution questions for your IB ACIO exam, and I want you to attempt the question that is in front of you. So yes, some of you are giving me the correct answer, that is option B. So Shayan, Aman, absolutely right, guys. Shashank, the correct answer is option B. Ankit, Subhashri and Karishma. Yes, guys. So the correct answer here is eulogy. So we'll quickly go through the meanings of the other words, and meanwhile others can attempt the question. Yes, Rimi, the correct answer is option B. Arpana, yes, the correct answer is option B. So epitaph means phrases or words written in the memory of a person, especially on a tombstone. So inscription on a tombstone, or words or phrases written in the memory of a person on a tombstone, is called an epitaph, right? Now what does the word vilification means? It means abusively disparaging speech or writing. So a criticizing speech or writing is called vilification. So when you criticize someone in speech or in writing, and you use abusive language, that is called vilification. And finally, denunciation means public condemnation of someone or something, right? So when you criticize someone, or when you when you criticize someone in public, it is called denunciation, right? So the correct answer for this question was option B. In case you have doubts in the meanings of any of the words, please let me know. I'll repeat the meanings so that you can note them down. Else we'll move forward, we'll move ahead with the session. So the correct answer for this question was option B, that is eulogy. Yes, guys. So we'll move ahead then. The fifth question says lack of interest, enthusiasm or concern, which is followed by four options: antipathy, empathy, apathy and sympathy. So you have to guess what does the phrase mean. You have to replace this phrase with a word that means the same as the phrase. Try to answer this question. The phrase that is given to you is lack of interest, enthusiasm or concern. Guys, please like the session, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So yes, most of you are giving me the correct answer, that is option C. So apathy is absolutely correct. Shayan, Aman, Karishma, Anmol, Ganesh, yes, the correct answer is option C. Shubhashri, Diksha, yes, the correct answer is option C, that is apathy. A very good morning to you. If you have joined in right now, we are solving one word substitution questions. So Raj, good morning. Raj has joined us right now. So antipathy means a deep seated aversion, right? So when you are averted to something, it means Antipathy, having antipathy against or with respect to that thing or person, right? Empathy means the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. So there is a slight difference between the words empathy and sympathy. Empathy means being able to understand and then share the feelings of others. So understand as well as share the feelings of others. And finally, sympathy means simply being able to understand the feelings of others and feeling sorrow or pity for that person. Yes, Diksha, the videos are available. A playlist has been created and you can simply go to the playlist and play whatever video you want from the session. We have had 9 sessions previously. So you can refer to the playlist. This is not the first lecture, this is the 10th lecture. We have covered 9 topics previously. So you can refer to the playlist that has been created. We have covered 9 topics so far. And from next week onwards, we'll be solving mixed questions. So we'll be taking up all the topics, right? So sympathy here means feeling of pity or sorrow for someone else's misfortune. Feeling pity or sorrow for someone else's misfortune is called sympathy, and empathy means being able to understand and share the feelings of others. Yes, guys. So if you do not have doubts in this question and the meanings of the words that have been used in options, we'll move ahead. Else, if you want me to discuss the meanings of any of the options, please let me know in the chat box so that we can discuss the meanings and then move ahead. Meanwhile, you can like the session. If you like the session, it acts as a motivation for me also so that I can bring in more such content for you. So like the session, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you subscribe to the channel, you will get regular updates about the content that we bring for you. So we'll move ahead then. Question number 6 says one who has unlimited power. So you have to replace this phrase with one of the words that is given in the options, that is omnious, omnipresent, omniscient or omnipotent. So you have to tell me which out of these words can replace the phrase a very good morning Vikas. If you have joined in right now, we are solving one word substitution questions today for your upcoming IB ACIO exam. So yes, most of you are giving me the correct answer, that is option D. So all of you who has answered option D as the correct answer, starting with Anmol, Arpana, yes, Arpana, Aparna, I'm sorry, Shayan, Archana, Diksha, Ravi, Praveen. Yes, the correct answer is option D, Ankit. Yes, guys, the correct answer is option D. Omnipotent is the correct answer. Rachit. Yes, Simran, the correct answer is option D. So, guys, tell me the meaning of the word ominous. I'm sure you have heard the word omen, and this word comes from this word. Quickly tell me the meaning of option A, and I've given you a hint that it comes from this word omen. So when you say something is a bad omen, you have a premonition that something bad is going to happen. Yes, Parna, you are absolutely right. Omnipresent means someone who is present everywhere. But I want you guys to guess the meaning of the word ominous, which is given in option A. So this here means giving an impression that something bad is going to happen. So this here means giving an impression that something bad is going to happen. And finally, the option C that is given to you, omniscient. What does the word omniscient mean? It means knowing everything. Yes, so Rimi is absolutely right. She guessed the right meaning of the word ominous, having an intuition of something bad, feeling that something bad is going to happen. So yes, Archana, having a feeling of bad luck. And the word omniscient, guys, what does the word omniscient means? It means knowing everything. So someone who knows everything is described as an omniscient person. So knowing everything means omniscient. So absolutely right, guys. We'll move on to the next question then, since we have discussed the meanings of all the words. So the next phrase given to you is renouncing one's throne or responsibility. So when you give up your throne or your responsibility, renouncing here means giving up responsibility, right? So when you give up your throne or your responsibility, what is it called? Is it called abdication? Is it called banishment? Is it called deportation, or is it called divergence? So yes, many of you are giving me the correct answer for this question. The correct answer is option A, guys. Absolutely right. So Anmol, Praveen, Rachit, Raj, absolutely right, guys. So I see a few new users today. Guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you subscribe to the channel, you will get regular updates about the content that we bring for you. So yes, Ganesh, the correct answer is option A. Ravi, Diksha, Rimi, the correct answer is option A, that is abdication. So abdication means renouncing your throne or your responsibilities. In case you do not understand the meanings of the words, please let me know. We'll discuss all the meanings so that your doubts are cleared right here, right now. Yes, Meghna, the correct answer is option A, that is abdication. So divulgence means the action of revealing sensitive information. So this here means when you divulge information, it means you are giving away that information. So giving away sensitive information. It means giving away sensitive information or information that must have been kept a secret. Otherwise, when you give away that information, it means that you are divulging that information, right? Deportation means when a foreigner is expelled from that country. So when US deports people, it means that US is sending those people back to their countries, right? So deportation means the action of deporting a foreigner from a country. And banishment means, what does the word banishment mean, guys? So banishment means being sent away from one's own country as a punishment. So it means being sent away from your own country as a punishment. So if you are doubtful about the meanings of any of the words, please let me know. Yes, Ankit, you are absolutely right. Option B, that is banishment, means being exiled from one's country, that is being sent away from your own country as a punishment. So yes, most of you were right. Most of you gave me the correct answer. That is option A. So renouncing your throne or your responsibility means abdicating your throne or your responsibility. So deportation means when a foreigner is sent back to his or her own country. I've told you this word is used in context of deporting of foreigners from the country that they are living in. So when we say US is deporting foreign citizens, it means US is sending those citizens back to their own countries, right? So the correct answer is option A. We'll move on to the next question now. Next question gives you the phrase a government by the military forces. So a government that is formed by military forces is called what? A stratocracy, a theocracy, autocracy, or plutocracy. Quickly try to attempt the question. This is a different category altogether in the one word substitution questions. This category is the different governments that are formed, right? Guys, please like the session, share the session with your friends so that others can also join. So most of you are giving me the correct answer, that is option A. So Praveen, Aparna, Karishma, yes. Ankit, absolutely right. Shubhashri, the correct answer is option A, that is stratocracy. We'll discuss the meanings of the other words as well, the other words that are given in the options. But I want all of you to answer me in the chat box that yes, you have attempted the question and give me the correct answer. So stratocracy means government by military forces. Most of you have given me the correct answer. Theocracy means a system of government in which the priests rule in place of God, right? So in the name of God, when priests rule in the name of God, that government or that kind of government is called a theocracy. So theocracy is when priests rule in the name of God. What is the meaning of the word autocracy, guys? Autocracy means a system of government by one person with absolute power. Autocracy here means when one person rules and has absolute power, right? Government by one person and this one person has absolute power. And finally, what does the word plutocracy mean? If you know that Pluto here is related or associated to wealth or riches. So Pluto is connected to or associated with wealth or riches. So what does the word plutocracy mean? Yes, Anmol, absolutely right. Plutocracy means government formed by wealthy people. So absolutely right, Karthik. Shubhashri, absolutely right. Meghna, yes, government by wealthy, government by the rich people is called a plutocracy. Yes, guys. So this was a pretty easy question. Since you knew the meanings of the words theocracy, autocracy and plutocracy, you could have eliminated these options, that is options B, C and D, and arrived at the correct answer, that is stratocracy. So you can attempt these questions using option elimination technique also, right? So option elimination is one very important technique that you can use in all your question types. With that, we'll move on to the ninth question. And the ninth question says a person who eats only fruit. A very good morning to people who have joined in right now. So Upendra might have joined in. I missed your message. I'm sorry. A very good morning to you. Please attempt the question that is in front of you and try to answer it in the chat box. So yes, most of you are giving me the correct answer. We'll discuss the meanings of all the options, but I want you to attempt the question first. So a person who eats only fruit. So yes, Rimi, Raj, Karishma, Ganesh, absolutely right, guys. Karthik, yes, the correct answer is option D, that is a fruitarian is called a person who eats only fruits. Now a vegetarian is a person who eats only plant produce, right? So a person who eats only plant produce. Now plant produce can have other things also, like plant produce seeds also. We consume seeds, we consume oil from the seeds, right? And we consume vegetables, we consume a lot of things. But plants do not only give us fruits, they give us a lot of things. So a vegetarian is the one who consumes only plant produce, right? A cannibal is a person who eats another human being, right? So cannibalism, if you read about cannibalism, it means a person who eats other human beings. So it might sound horrendous, but yes, this is right. Cannibalism or cannibal means eating other human beings, right? And finally, omnivore means people who eat both plant and animal produce. So people who eat both plant and animal produce are called omnivores. So yes, most of you gave me the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. So Sharing, Meghna, Praveen, Rimi, Raj, you guys are absolutely right. The correct answer is option D. A person who eats only fruit is called a fruitarian. We'll move on to the next question now. Next question says a group of singers in a church. So you have to tell me what a group of singers in a church is called or are called, right? So a group of singers in a church. Try to attempt this question very carefully. I'm sure you will be able to attempt this question. Why? Because you can use option elimination technique in this question. So quickly attempt this question, guys. This is a pretty easy question. Yes, most of you are giving me the correct answer. So starting with Shubhashri, Shayan, Akhil, absolutely right, guys. The correct answer is option A, that is choir. So a choir is a group of singers in a church. Now what is a band, guys? You might confuse it with band. So we'll discuss the meaning of the word band also. It means a group of musicians who play music together, especially popular music, right? So a band always refers to a group of musicians who play popular music together, right? So a band is a peculiar word. It means people who play music together, but popular music, right? So who is a host? A host is someone who has guests, right? And finally, what is a troupe, guys? Quickly tell me what is a troupe. I'm sure you have come across this word. Troupe is a very common word. Try to guess the meaning of the word troupe. The correct answer in this case is option A. Absolutely right. Choir is the correct answer. But I want you to guess the meaning of the word troupe. So if you have joined in right now, guys, we are solving one word substitution questions for your upcoming IB ACIO exam. And I am taking these classes every Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. So make sure that you tune in to Olive Board every Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. Yes, so a group of soldiers is called a troop. So absolutely right, Rimi and Sharing, you guys are absolutely right. A very good morning, Sonali. So yes, troop means a group of soldiers. Yes. Aryan, yes, you are right. A troop can mean a battalion also. Yes, absolutely right, guys. So we'll move on to the next question then. Next question gives you the phrase the killing of one's father. What is this act called? The act of killing one's father. What is this act called? So, a very warm welcome to all of you. Good morning. If you have joined in right now, we are solving one word substitution questions, and I want you to solve the question in front of you and give me the answer in the chat box. Yes, so most of you are giving me the correct answer for this question. Starting with Anmol. Elysium, yes, the correct answer is option C. Shubhashri, Akhil, Sonali, yes, the correct answer is option C. Dharmendra. So guys, I see a few new users today. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The correct answer is option C, that is patricide. So the correct answer is option C. Shriman, murder refers to a generalized killing, right? So murder here refers to any killing that might take place. But here you are being asked a specific type of killing or a specific category of killing. So the killing of one's father is called patricide. The killing of one's mother here is called matricide. The killing of a king, or when you murder a king, so the murder of a king is called a regicide. And finally, when you kill a child, it's called infanticide, right? So yes, Pooja, absolutely right. Pooja, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Raghavendra, the correct answer is option C. Harshvardhan, yes, the correct answer is option C. So I see a few new users today. Guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You will get regular updates about the content that we bring for you. This brings us to the 12th question, guys. 12th question gives you the phrase of the greatest importance. Regicide means killing of a king. Yes, Meghna, absolutely right. Now we have moved on to the next question, that is the 12th question. And I want all of you to attempt this question. I'll give you the correct answer. Don't worry about the correct answer. Just try to attempt the question. Even if you are wrong, you'll only learn, right? So, yes, absolutely right. Nirav, you're right. The correct answer is option D. So, I see a lot of new users today. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. You will get regular updates. The correct answer is option D. Yes. So, most of you have given me the correct answer. Ashish, Meghna, Praveen, Shashank, Ganesh, Shubhashri, Shayan, Ankit. Yes, the correct answer is option D. So, Sharing, Diksha, Rimi. Yes, the correct answer is option D, guys. Cardinal means something that is of greatest importance. So something that is most important means cardinal. Now guys, trivial, minute and petty you could have negated. Why? Because these options, trivial, minute and petty, what do these options means? These options mean of little or no importance. So these here mean of little or no importance. So these words, that is trivial, minute and petty, can be antonyms of the word cardinal, right? They can be opposites of the word cardinal. Yes, guys. So we'll move on to the next question. Yes, Raj, you are absolutely right. Ajay, yes, the correct answer is option D. So most of you gave me the correct answer for this question. This was a pretty easy question and you could have reached the correct answer by option elimination technique. Why? Because trivial, minute and petty mean the same, that is they mean of little or no importance. तीनों में थोड़ा थोड़ा डिफरेंस है. सो नीरव इज आस्किंग तीनों में डिफरेंस नहीं है क्या? तीनों में डिफरेंस है, इनकी यूसेज अलग अलग जगह होती है, इनकी यूसेज में डिफरेंस है. यू कैन चेक सेंटेंसेस एंड इनकी यूसेज अलग अलग कॉन्टेक्स्ट में होती है, बट इनका मतलब यही निकल के आता है कि ये छोटे या कम इंपॉर्टेंस के होते हैं, राइट? सो दिस ब्रिंग्स अस टू द 13th क्वेश्चन, दैट इज the phrase given to you is an amount of money or property left to someone in a will. So a will is your grandfather or your grandmother might leave you something in the will. So the amount of money or property that they leave you in the will, what is it called? Yes guys, absolutely right. 13th question is a very easy question. You have come across all the words given in the option, so quickly attempt the question. You have come across all the words in this given question. But this is a slightly tricky question for some. I can see some of you are answering option A and the others are answering option D. Yes, so the correct answer is option A. कितने minutes का है ये session? We'll solve a few more questions and then we'll wrap up for the day. So the correct answer is option A, that is inheritance. So some of you gave me the correct answer. Ganesh, C.S. Chauhan, yes. Arsh, Dharmendra. Yes, so the correct answer is option A, that is inheritance. Now, some of you were giving me the correct answer as option D. I'll tell you why option D is incorrect. But I want all of you to attempt the question first. Please go through the question very carefully. So, succession means the act or process of inheriting a title or property. So, this here refers to the act of inheriting, right? So, the act of inheriting refers to as succession. So, when you succeed someone, it means that you are inheriting that person's title or that person's property, right? So, the act of inheriting, I'm sorry, the spelling of inheriting here is incorrect. So the act of inheriting is called succession, but the thing or the, yes, Udit, ये तो easy था. So I've just given you the difference between succession and inheritance because some of you had a doubt कि option D correct क्यों नहीं होगा. Option D incorrect इसलिए होगा because succession refers to the act of inheriting, right? And dynamics and element are completely unrelated to this given phrase. So option B and C can be negated, which leaves us with the correct answer as option A. So yes, Siddharth, the correct answer is option A. Udit, Absolutely right, Karishma. The correct answer is option A. So we'll move on to the next question, that is the 14th question. The 14th question says the exact opposite. So which out of these words, that is analogous, antithesis, prosthesis or aesthete, means the exact opposite? The exact opposite of something. Quickly try to attempt this question. This might be a slightly tricky question for some. Some of you are giving me the correct answer. Yes, so the correct answer is option 2 or option B. So whoever has answered option B, Aryan, Diksha, Nirav, yes, the correct answer is option 2 or option B, Ganesh, Rohit. So antithesis means the exact opposite of something. Why is analogous incorrect, guys? Analogous means comparable. So things that are comparable are called analogous to each other, right? So analogous means comparable, comparable in certain respects, so that they can make the nature of the things that are being compared very clear. Now what does option 3 or option C mean, guys? Prosthesis means an artificial body part. So an artificial body part like a limb or the heart maybe. So when people get an artificial heart transplant, it means they are getting a prosthesis done. So this here means an artificial body part like a limb or heart, or that can be any body part, right? And finally, what does the word aesthete mean? It means a person who is appreciative to art and beauty. So a person who appreciates art and beauty. So I have given you the meanings of all the words. If you still have doubts, please ask your doubts. Yes, prosthetic limb is used in this context. Absolutely right, Udit. So I've given you the meanings. Guess the meanings. Guys, this brings us to the 15th question now. So 15th question gives you the phrase diverse in character or event. So something that is characterized by diversity. So diverse in character or in event. नहीं, एनालॉगस को एग्जैक्ट सिमिलर नहीं कहा जा सकता है. एनालॉगस का मतलब है कि जब दो चीजें कंपेरेबल होती हैं, तो जब आप दो चीजों को कंपेयर कर सकते हो और फिर उनकी कमियां या उनकी प्रोज एंड कॉन्स कंपेयर कर सकते हो, तो उन दो चीजों को एनालॉगस कहा जाता है. आपस में एनालॉगस हैं वो दो चीजें, राइट? So yes, many of you are giving me the correct answer for this question. Analogous was the discussion related to the previous question, but right now we are solving the 15th question, and most of you are giving me the correct answer for this question. Meghna is right, Shashank, Praveen, Sharing, Dharmendra, Nirav, absolutely right, Udit, Karishma, yes, the correct answer is option C or option 3, that is heterogeneous. So heterogeneous means diverse in character or in event. Now the word homogeneous is completely opposite to this. Homogeneous means consisting of parts that are all same in kind. Homogeneous means consisting of parts all of the same kind. So when something has parts of the same kind, it means that thing or that mixture or that element is homogeneous. Now what does the word horrendous mean, guys? It means extremely unpleasant or horrifying. And finally, what does option D mean? Quickly let me know in the chat box that what does option B mean? Option B gives you the word assiduous. It means showing great care or perseverance, right? So assiduous means showing great care, yes. So yes, Rimi, you are absolutely right. The correct answer in this case, assiduous means showing great care. Now guys, this brings us to the last set of questions, that is these 5 questions 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So I've given you the phrases here and these phrases are not followed by options. So this here becomes your homework. Now by 2 p.m. I want all of you to answer these questions. Quickly take a screenshot. Quickly take a screenshot of this page or this slide that is in front of you, and by 2 p.m. try to answer these 5 questions in the comments section and try to answer all the 5 questions. I'll reply to each one of your comments. So quickly take a screenshot and just give me a thumbs up in the chat box that yes, you have taken a screenshot, so that we can move on to the next slide. So these are the 5 questions that I want you to attempt yourself. These are 5 phrases. The cultivation of grapevines. 17th says the science of dealing with X-rays and other high energy radiation, especially for diagnosis and treatment of the disease. Great. So most of you have taken the screenshot. By 2 p.m. I want all of you to answer these 5 questions. I am sure you will be able to answer these 5 questions. If you are unable to answer the questions, quickly look up the meaning and just comment your answers in the comment section. I'll reply to each one of your comments by 2 p.m. So make sure that you stick to this deadline, that is 2 p.m. Try to answer this question today by 2 p.m. Yes, so even if you are giving me the correct answers right now, let us wait for others to answer. Don't live comment, just leave your answers in the comments section. That is when the session is over, just leave your answers with the numbers, that is 16th का answer ये है, 17th का ये है, and then I'll check. After the video is over, Udit, you can leave your answers in the comments section. There is a comment section underneath the video. Yes. So with that, we'll end the session for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you subscribe to the channel, you will get regular updates about the content that we bring for you. So subscribe to the channel, like the session and share it with your friends. And we'll come up with a new session Monday, right? So Monday to Thursday, these classes are taking place. With that, I'll end the session. Have a good day, guys. Keep practicing. Thank you.
IBPS RRB क्लर्क प्रीलिम्स का रिजल्ट आ चुका है, तो आपकी मेंस की प्रिपरेशन को ध्यान में रखते हुए ऑलिव बोर्ड लाए हैं IBPS RRB क्लर्क मेंस क्रैश कोर्स। इस कोर्स में आपको मिलेगा करंट अफेयर्स एंड बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस की क्लासेस, लाइव प्रैक्टिस सेशंस, लाइव मॉक डिस्कशन सेशंस और भी बहुत सारी ऐसी सर्विसेज जो कि आपकी प्रैक्टिस को और ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग करेंगी और आपको मेंस के एग्जाम में क्वालिफाई करने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करेंगी। तो व्हाट आर यू वेटिंग फॉर गाइज, क्योंकि बैच शुरू हो रहा है 1 February 2021 से। सो रजिस्टर नाउ।